When a liberal host tried to corner Donald Trump, she had no idea it would backfire spectacularly. It was primetime television. A major network. Millions of viewers tuned in live. The host, infamous for setting up conservative guests with gotcha questions, thought she had the perfect ambush planned. Her team had spent weeks crafting questions designed to embarrass Trump, focusing on his personal life and marriage. She was certain this would be the moment that would shatter his image. But she had no idea what was coming. Before we dive into what happened, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. As the cameras rolled, Trump sat relaxed in his chair. Meanwhile, the host wore that rehearsed, insincere smile, the kind media elites flash when they think they're about to humiliate someone. 3, 2, 1. What happened next didn't just turn the interview into a disaster for the host. It became one of the most talked-about moments in television history. The interview started with an innocent-sounding question. Mr. Trump, you've built an empire, become president, and influenced millions. Would you say you've just been lucky? She delivered it with that trademark smile, the kind that hides a sharp edge. Trump, however, had played this game before. He recognized the pattern. Start with something soft, then twist the knife. Leaning forward slightly, his expression a mix of amusement and confidence, he responded. You know, that's an interesting choice of words, he said, his voice steady. Liberals love the word lucky. They use it to downplay hard work and dedication. But let me tell you something. Luck doesn't build skyscrapers, luck doesn't create jobs, and luck certainly doesn't make America great. The host's expression tightened. This wasn't the defensive answer she had expected. She quickly followed up. So, you're saying everything you've accomplished is purely through hard work? I'm saying, Trump replied, his voice gaining strength, that success is earned. Yes, I've been blessed, but I've also worked harder than most people can imagine. I've gone through sleepless nights, negotiated impossible deals, and overcome challenges that would have broken many others. But one thing is certain, I never did it alone. The host's eyebrows lifted slightly. She thought she had found her opening. Not alone, she asked, her voice laced with feigned curiosity. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the people behind Donald Trump. Of course, Trump said, unfazed. You're probably thinking of my business partners, my advisors. But let me tell you who truly deserves the credit. My family, especially Melania. The host's expression shifted almost imperceptibly, like a predator sensing weakness. She thought she had found her angle. Ah yes, Melania. You know, many people wonder about her role in all of this. Some say she's rather quiet for the wife of such a powerful man. Trump's eyes narrowed slightly. The tension in the studio grew thicker. Quiet? No. Dignified? Yes. There's a big difference, he replied. But I can understand why some in the media might struggle to grasp that concept. A nervous chuckle rippled through the audience. The host shifted in her seat, caught off guard by the pushback. Still, she pressed on. What I mean is, we rarely hear from her. Unlike other political wives, she isn't constantly in the spotlight. Don't you think the public deserves to know more about the woman behind Donald Trump? The public, Trump said, his voice both proud and protective, knows exactly what they need to know about Melania. She's brilliant, accomplished, and chooses her moments wisely, unlike some who feel the need to fill every silence with noise. A murmur of approval spread through the audience. The host's smile faltered. But instead of backing off, she doubled down. Let's talk about those accomplishments, she said, her tone growing more aggressive. Some say that her greatest achievement is simply being Mrs. Donald Trump. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Trump's expression hardened. Even the camera operators exchanged glances. Let me be very clear, he said, leaning forward. Since you want to talk about achievements, let's talk facts. Melania speaks 5 languages fluently. She built her own successful career. She's represented this country with more grace and dignity than any first lady in recent memory. But you wouldn't know that, would you? Because the mainstream media is too busy pushing their own narrative. The host, sensing she was losing control, shifted tactics. Of course, Mr. Trump, but don't you think being married to you has opened certain doors for her? Trump chuckled, though there was no humor in it. You know, that's an interesting question. It reveals exactly what's wrong with the way some people think. Success isn't about doors being opened, It's about what you do once you're in the room. And Melania, she doesn't just walk into rooms, she transforms them. The audience erupted in applause. The host's face flushed slightly as she realized her narrative was crumbling. But she wasn't ready to give up just yet. Surely, she pressed on, your wealth, your influence. It must affect how people see her. Trump's response was immediate. You mean how people like you see her, he said, his voice razor-sharp. Because let me tell you something, wealth and influence don't create character. They reveal it. And what Melania has revealed, through every challenge, every attack, every unfair criticism, is exactly why I'm proud to have her by my side. By now, the host was losing ground rapidly. Desperate to regain control, she took a final gamble, a question so bold, so inappropriate, that it stunned the entire room into silence. Mr. Trump, she said, her tone turning confrontational, you're a powerful man. You could have any woman you want. Yet, you stay with someone who's aging alongside you. Have you ever thought about trading up? Gasps filled the studio. For a moment, Trump sat perfectly still. Then, in a voice deadly quiet, he repeated her words. Trading up. The air was thick with tension as Trump leaned forward. Let me explain something about value, he said, his tone measured but firm. In business, sometimes you trade up, you find a better deal, a shinier option. But this isn't about business. This is about my wife. My partner. The mother of my son. His gaze locked onto the host. You want to know what real value is? Real value is someone who stands by you when the cameras are off. Real value is someone who tells you the truth when others tell you what you want to hear. Real value is loyalty, integrity, and character. Something that clearly isn't taught in journalism school anymore. The host's face turned pale. You sit there asking if I've thought about trading up, Trump continued, while demonstrating exactly why your ratings are trading down. Because you don't understand real value. You don't understand real relationships. And you certainly don't understand real respect. The audience erupted in applause. The host's career would never be the same. And Trump? He had just turned an attempted ambush into one of the most legendary interviews in television history. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more. And remember, real relationships aren't about trading up. They're about standing strong together.